Welcome back to Animal Appreciation. This week we are talking about nightjars, and I love them. Starting off rather normal, we have the common nighthawk, which is just kind of a basic nightjar. This is kind of the standard for them. They live throughout pretty much the entirety of North and Central America, all the way from up in pretty northern areas of Canada, down through the States and Mexico, even into Central America, far down as Colombia. And he just kind of looks like a regular bird, but something that is common among all nightjars is that. The giant gaping hole that is their mouths. And this is common across all of them, and they're absolutely unhinged, and I am here for it. Next, we have to go to my favorite nightjar species, the great-eared nightjar, and it looks like a baby dragon. It is the cutest fucking thing I have ever seen. It's just so adorable. It looks like a baby dragon. This looks fake. It looks like a stuffed toy or something. It lives in South and Southeast Asia in tropical or subtropical forests around like India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, around all there. And it is so cute. Again, staying within the realm of rather normal looking birds, this is the collared nightjar, named for that feather color on the back of its neck. This guy lives mostly in the forests of Madagascar. Now getting into the slightly more unhinged, feathered nightjars, we have the long-tailed nightjar, creatively named because, yeah, it sure is, dude. These guys are found, again, in a bunch of areas in South and Southeast Asia, around the Himalayas, and also in parts of northern Australia. Again, coming in hot with the obnoxiously long tail feathers, we have the lyre-tailed nightjar. This one is more South America, living in areas of Colombia, Argentina, Peru, etc. And, that's just a little excessive there, buddy. Coming in hot with the interesting wings, we have the sickle-winged nightjar, again found in South America, but down a bit lower in, Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. They're that can't be easy to fly with there, little dude. Next we have the pennant-winged nightjar, which lives in a bunch of areas in Africa, from Nigeria all the way down to South Africa. And yeah, we're getting pretty fancy with the wings there, little dude. Now we have the even fancier winged, standard winged nightjar that also lives in Africa, but in the more northern bits than the pennant wings, all the way from Senegal to Ethiopia. And this is just getting excessive. We don't need that. That's just a little bit too much. And finally, we have the best but least accurately named type of nightjar, the satanic nightjar, also known as the diabolical nightjar or the devilish nightjar. Apparently named as such because the call that it makes when it's flying makes kind of a plip-plop sound that has been described as sounding like the bird is pulling out somebody's eyeball. Okay? Yeah, go off, but he's just a little guy. So, this bird is only found on the island of Sulawesi in Indonesia, and thus it is also sometimes more accurately called the Sulawesi nightjar, which is a little bit nicer to it, but not quite as fucking iconic. So, yeah, those are nightjars. I am obsessed with them, particularly just the scientists and people who went fuck this guy in particular, but I love them.